Okay, here we go. We are live on Facebook. So many things happening. I'm not gonna lie, extremely nervous about this actually. It's like standing in front of the classroom again for the first time and waiting for the class to come into the classroom. So it's very exciting to do the first ever Facebook live show for Super Teachers Unite. I'm going to give a few minutes for people to join as they get the notification. Already seeing 3 people in here. Hi Shari from Eduvation Network. It's great seeing you here. And then Shanae, who's the editor for Super Teachers Unite. Great having you in here as well. I'm very excited to share this episode with you. Unfortunately, no YouTube video this week. Because Shanae is working very hard. She's at an expo this week, so there wouldn't have been any time to do some editing for this week. But it's fine, so we said let's try something new. We're going to do the Facebook Live, and very excited to get this started. Talia, are you and John there? That would be awesome. Always great having you guys with us. My name is Francois, and I am a super teacher. And this is the whole point behind this whole initiative of being a super teacher, is that I'm not this amazing, great teacher telling other people how to do their job. I want us to create a community. I want us to be a whole collective, even a league of super teachers, if you wish, just so that we can make that positive difference in each and every classroom. Francois, world changer, is in the classroom. En dan natuurlijk my ma, altyd ook lekker om my ma hier te hê. En my cousin, Lelani, goed om jou ook hier te hê. Ek neem aan Jan sit langs jou. This is quite exciting though. So Linda from Onderwysers Facebook group, good having you here. So I'm a bit worried about the technical part of this, because I did a test earlier this morning and it didn't really work out too well. I fixed some of the bugs, but please tell me in the comments if there is any technical issues, and I'll try and work on it as I go along. I see Peter is one of my good friends from high school. He's here. And then I'm very privileged to have Marnus Broodryk joining in the comment section. Nice having everybody here. Thank you very much for joining this. My goal for this chat, I want to do 5 things. First of all, I want to chat about what is this whole super teacher thing. Why did I start the whole super teacher initiative? I want to chat about what is the future of the live content, as well as the future of all of the content that I'm doing, on which platforms you would be able to find me. We're going to announce the winner of the Eduvation Network's competition, and I'll tell you a little bit more. Thank you very much to Shari and the team from Eduvation Network for sponsoring content on this channel. Great having you guys here. And then we'll do some social media things, just telling you where you can find me. And then lastly, we'll do a little bit of a question and answer session. Thanks, Lilani. I'm glad to hear that the sound quality is good. The nerves are there. Good. So, what is this whole super teacher thing? How did it come about? Why did I start doing this? And the answer is quite simple actually. Teachers are, in Afrikaans we say, hulle suig aan die agterspeen. I'm not going to translate that. I'm not even going to try and translate that at all. But basically, society looks down on teachers. When you actually think about it, it should be the other way around. Teachers should be elevated because we are taking the time, we are taking our own resources, and we're pushing it into the future of this country. Sadly, education in our country specifically is in a crisis, and we really need, we don't need more teachers, we need super teachers. We need people who are really excited and passionate about education, that want to go and make that positive difference in the lives of the learners. Now, it sounds like a big cliche, but I believe cliches are there for a reason. We really want to see big positive change in this country. And it's not going to happen overnight. So if we don't have these super teachers in each and every classroom, how are we going to improve the state of this country? So thank you very much to everybody that is supporting this initiative. It came about 2 years ago. I said to myself, I want to do something to support teachers. Teachers are getting demotivated very quickly. If we look at the situations in classrooms, if we just look at the state of affairs in many schools, I mean, 80% of schools in our country is dysfunctional. And that blows my mind. That comes to about 20,000 schools? Because we've got 25,000 schools-ish in the country. 20,000 schools of them are dysfunctional, and blows my mind. We've got teachers rocking up after 10, not pitching up on Fridays, and these are not super teachers. So I would really like to create a community, would like to have people that feel the same way that I do about education so that we can make that difference. I think you've got an idea of what the Super Teacher Initiative is about, but the idea here is more to create this community where we support each other and motivate each other, because I believe in this will make a bigger difference. Teaching is very often a lonely job because you feel like you're in an island. You stand in front of the classroom and the discourse many times is all about us against them, and it shouldn't be. But enough about that. I can't be spending half an hour, and if you leave me, I could really talk for half an hour about this. But let's move on to the next point. What is the plan for the Super Teacher Initiative? Now, we've got the YouTube channel. That's where we started about a year ago now, 12 months ago. We started with the YouTube channel, and I have to say thank you to Charne Ayres. She's the editor of the channel. The two of us started this as a passion project, and it just absolutely blew my mind that in the first evening that the channel was launched, we got 100 subscribers, and I can't explain how I felt that night, seeing just the subscriber count ticking over, showing that there are people who are interested in education. From there on, we created the Super Teacher Solutions Facebook page, which you are viewing this on. There's also a group, but I'm keeping that on the back burner for now. We'll do a lot more on that in the future. And then, of course, Instagram and on Twitter and so forth. Just these social media places where we can create this community and just keep on uplifting and being better and show the passion of what's happening in education. I really want to try and do more of these live episodes where we can have interaction and we can discuss great ideas on how we can improve education and just how we can improve as people. I really believe that self-awareness is key and emotional intelligence is key in the classroom. So it would be great to have discussions around this. What is also amazing is if I look at the comment section of people who have joined, is that it's not all just teachers. To raise a child, it takes a village. So seeing that the rest of the village is here really inspires me. The one way that we're going to make improvements is really if we join up and we form this league of super teachers. I'm getting very sentimental and passionate about this now, so moving on. So Eduvation Network, if you don't know who they are, please go check them out. They have sponsored, it's 3 episodes on the channel now. We've got 2 more coming, and I'm looking forward to some great interaction with them in the future. Basically what the Eduvation Network does, they are an online platform where you can do your professional development as a teacher. Remember, SACE requires us to do professional development. And we do that for them. They've created an online platform so that you don't have to go to these workshops over the weekend or after school or during holidays even. Hopefully that never happens to anybody. But so you can do it in the comfort of your own home. So they've sponsored a prize. It's a 6-month subscription to the value of 25 CPTD points. You could win that on the channel. You had to You had to subscribe to the YouTube channel. You have to leave a comment where you answered the question of the week. And of course, you have to be subscribed on their platform or signed up on their platform. So if you haven't, go and do that, because that's going to be the trend for the rest of the sponsorships as well. And the winner, let me just make sure that I don't announce the wrong person, because that could really not go well. The winner of the last episode, that would be Jason Hanslow. So congratulations, Jason. I'm not seeing you in the comments section, Jason. Where are you, Jason? Anyway, Jason, please send me an email. We have communicated before via email, but it's superteachersza@gmail.com. Please make sure that you send me an email just so we can arrange that you claim your prize. Great stuff. Then, exams are coming. Basically, for all the teachers, exams are here. So thank you for taking the time, putting your red pen down so that you can chat to me for a little bit. I've started a clothing line. It sounds very impressive suddenly, a clothing line or super teacher apparel. You can find that on my website, which Shanae has also designed for us. I think, Shanae, you are very, very talented, and I'm looking forward to our interaction in the future. Please go check out the website. It's www. How cool would it have been if we had like it up on this? That's what the editing is for, though. But www.superteachersolutions.com, you'll find blogs and you'll find all of our videos, and then you'll also find the store where you can buy the apparel. At this stage, only the exams are coming shirt, but by the end of the month, we'll have the I Teach t-shirt, and also further on in the year, we'll be developing more of these t-shirts so that you can show other people that you belong to the League of Super Teachers. I'll be getting my first order soon. Really, really excited about that. So please, thank you very much, first of all, for everybody that is here. I feel like I've been saying that for like 5 minutes out of the 12 minutes that we've been busy. But thank you very much for joining in. I'll quickly start scrolling through the comments. And while I do that, just want to ask you to... how do you scroll through the comments, by the way? We'll have to figure that out. Can I ask you to please subscribe to the YouTube channel? In this case, you'll be getting notifications, especially if you click on the bell. You'll get notifications when we upload new episodes. YouTube is very interesting. It's one of the only social media platforms that is also a search engine. So that's why we've decided to put our videos on YouTube, by the way, so that you can go and search for the videos, and there's a nice repository of videos for you to go through, and especially watch during the holidays. You can binge watch a few things. Thanks, Peter. I see I should do the mouse drag. Okay, good. I'll try and do that. So that's why we decided on the YouTube channel. But we'll be linking videos on Facebook and so forth. So be sure that you follow me on all of the social media platforms. If you go to the website, you'll have a link to all of those. If there are any questions that are teacher related, that would be great if you post that. But I'll also go through the comments and just see what you guys are saying. Peter, now I know your Afrikaans. So is dit ek lag? Soos, haha, jy lag jy vir my, of is dit jy lag? Want dit kan duidelik die internet connection wees. So we'll have to chat about that. Thanks, Linda. I see, Linda, you say Eduvation has some really awesome, there it disappears, got it, awesome courses. Do check them out. A nice little plug for Eduvation there, but I agree, there are great courses on their platform. Definitely check that out. Peter says the village is here, so thanks for that. Thanks, Leilani, for being super inspired. I know you've also got a bunch of great things coming your way that you'll be launching soon. Really can't wait for you to start your initiatives also. Okay, thanks, Peter, for clarification that you're lagging. We'll try and sort that out. Okay. Roodepoort is al die pad van die plaas af. He's my best friend. He is a farmer. Go check him out on Instagram. He's got some very, very cool things he does on the farm. Roodepoort, just put your handle in there. I think it's at Fling Millies. Gooi Millies, Fling Millies. Very, very cool stuff he does on the farm. Then Francois, the world changer. Good question. What's my prospects for South African education? Now, if I had my way, we'd have a super teacher in every single classroom. But prospects, I'm not exactly sure what you mean by prospects. Do you mean what do I think education will, what it will look like in the future in our country? Or do I think it's going to be good or it's going to be bad? Is it going to be an upward trend or are we in a downward spiral? I'm a realist, but I'm also an optimist. In many cases, education is okay, Franco. Yes, what? Education is the education system is somewhat, I want to say outlived, but it's quickly becoming outdated. We've been doing education the same way for the past 150 to 200 years, where we've got people in the classroom listening to an instructor. And that's definitely not the way to go with education. If we look at the research, we are looking towards what is called 21st century skills. We have to focus on what the skills are that kids are going to need in the future. So if we talk about the grade 3s, let's take the grade 3s for example. They are now, what, 9 or 10 years old. In about 10 years time from now, in 2027, they will graduate. The question is, what will the world look like in 10 years time? And what skills would these kids need? What competencies would they need in order to be successful citizens of South Africa and of course globally? And that's a very, very difficult question to answer. If we can't predict the future, how will we prepare children to function in society in 10 years' time? Now, I can tell you how it won't happen. By teachers standing and reading from the textbook. Teachers just focusing on content. Because we are not really needed for that anymore. Hi Yolandi, a former colleague of mine and very good friend. So, content kids can get on Google, YouTube. There are so many online platforms where you can have access to content. You can read a textbook on their own. What teachers do essentially is focus on skills, try and develop skills, and then have children apply those skills in novel situations. If we can get that right, then I think children will be successful. Of course, there are a bunch of other geopolitical and socio-economical issues that are challenges, but it starts with the teacher. If we don't continuously improve ourselves and look at education in an exciting new way and try and break away from the mold in which many people have been taught, it's going to be a very difficult future. I hope that answered your question, Franco. Linda, why if we are all working with CAPS or set exam guidelines like FET or GET phases, are there so many differences amongst the provinces? This is such a great question, and I'm going to end off with this one because I don't want to make these chats too long. It's so difficult when we talk about curriculum and then standardizing curriculum throughout the country. If you look at other countries like Finland, now I'm not for one moment saying that Finland, we should try and be like Finland. But if you look at the powerhouses in education, they do not have a centralized curriculum in the sense like we have one, where there's prescribed content and curriculum for the entire country. We need to understand that in a diverse society like South Africa, you can't be teaching exactly the same content to everybody. You have to place it within the unique context for that individual learner, or then for at least that town, or maybe even just per school. Why are there those many differences? Because I would attribute it to tertiary education. Many of the teachers in the system at the moment don't have the, I don't want to say same quality of education, but we don't all come from the same background. Not all of our teachers have got B.Ed degrees or PGCEs. Not that I really think that qualifications matter that much, but we all come from different backgrounds and we interpret the curriculum differently. That's why we'll find these big gaps between what's happening in one school to the next. Hopefully, in establishing communities like this, we would be able to have these discussions where we can try, I don't want to say standardize curriculum, because that's not the way forward. Maybe just share best practice. I hope that answers your question. What I'll do is afterwards, after the session, I'll go through the comments again and I'll definitely answer the individual questions. Thank you very much for joining in. I didn't expect definitely 16 people to watch at the same time. Before time, I told my wife, hi Zandy, I see she's in the comments as well. I told her I would be like thrilled if 10 people would tune in and watch this. So having 16 people watching at once, thank you so much for making the first one so interesting, and hopefully we can just grow this community. Well, until next time, I hope you enjoy the last few weeks of exams, and then the holiday is here. Just hold on so that we can sleep a bit longer and do our planning in the pajamas. Thank you very much. Until next time, my name is Francois, and I am a super teacher.